Down the AI song creation rabbit hole I went, and what I discovered, woo, definitely is gonna rock your lobes. Hey there, I'm Jeff, the radio DJ dude, and I cannot wait to pull the curtain back on some cool station jingles I created using Suno AI. Now, for you old school radio sticklers, yes, I'm talking about sung jingles, so get off my lawn with your complaints. But these are really more like custom imaging songs for your radio station, but with a super fun twist. Oh yeah, I hope you're ready to twist. If not, well, go pop in a leave and let's go.
We are on the air.
So right off the top, full disclosure, I am a certifiable 100% jingle nerd. I love radio jingles, I always have. I mean, coming up in the 80s, jingles were such a mainstay of the broadcast radio experience. And they just infuse such energy and excitement into the mix that really is kind of lacking today. So when I launched my all 80s juggernaut, XXX80s.com, I really wanted to get some jingles into my lineup as quickly as possible. And thankfully, there are some cool providers of kind of generic jingle elements that you then can customize for your station needs. But you know, they kind of get expensive if you're having to buy all these packages. I mean, they may say, we've got 1,000 jingle tracks, but honestly, at the end of the day, maybe 23 of them are usable for your application. But alas, taking the stage are those singing bots, and they can help us make our radio jingle dreams come true. Well, to a point. And all the magic you're about to hear was made with Suno AI over at Suno.com. Let's jump over there. If you don't already have one, set up a free account and then just let your creativity run wild. I am constantly jaw-dropped with some of the output I'm getting from this AI singing solution.
XXX80s, where the past is alive, with neon lights and moonwalk jive.
But for us radio peeps, here's a big disclaimer. Suno AI and a lot of other AI song generators out there, they're not really suited for producing short, 6 to 10 second radio jingles in the style that we know and love.
XXX80s, your radio's alive, with neon lights, the 80s shine bright.
XXX80s.
So you cannot expect an air-worthy radio jingle right out of the chute by clicking a button. But what it can deliver are some really cool, usable work parts that you could kind of refashion into a radio jingle. And sometimes when Lady Robotic Luck is on your side, you may actually hit the jackpot and it will spit out a usable, self-contained chorus part of a song that you can run as a standalone jingle. That actually happened to me during this test.
So XXX80s, your radio's alive, with neon lights, the 80s shine bright.
This is how my AI jingle odyssey began. I simply typed a prompt into Suno. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't actually save your prompt history, so I don't really remember the exact words, but it was something just as basic as create a short radio jingle, so I did include that, with an 80s style and whose lyrics mentions popular 80s movies, characters, and situations. And then I also think I provided a sample chorus, and I said, make sure to use this chorus. So you do have some control of the output. If you wanted to come up with the different verses, but you have a specific chorus, which would be your main station jingle element, you want to make sure it includes, well, type that in and make sure you tell Suno that that should be your chorus. And in that chorus would be your station's name, maybe your slogan, and anything else you want to throw in there. Then in the next box, you could give it some style ideas, like I want 80s, do you want rock pop, female lead vocalist, male lead vocalist, and send it off to those sassy singers in the cloud and sit back. Just like putting your tongue on a Tesla battery pack. Wow, I was shocked by the results.
Ghost in the mansion, staying up with
all that 80s goodness from that simple prompt. I mean, wow. Here's another bit.
Aliens in the attic, fairies on a day off. E.T. just wanted home, phone home.
My main critique really is on me. I wish I would have spent more time crafting a better chorus.
Triple X 80s, your radio delight. With neon marlets, the 80s shine bright.
For version 1, it's not bad, and it's something we can easily change in the future. Now, as giddy as I was after hearing that, you think I immediately dropped that into my mix and got that song on the air? Survey says, yeah, of course not. Every decision you make, you have to run through the following metric, which I've said before. Is this something my listeners will actually enjoy? A 2-minute, 24-second song about some rando 80s internet radio station? No, nobody wants to listen to all that nonsense. But if we chop that down to a more jazzy 20-second, 40-second, highly produced imaging song, then yeah, I think they will sit through it and they may even be delighted by the novelty of it. But it does take some work on our part to actually make it a listenable element. Because like I said, Suno is not going to hand deliver a perfect, radio ready jingle for you. No. The work then is on us to slice and dice what they do spit out into something that we can actually use on the air. So when I listen to that 2+ minute song about fun 80s movies, here's what I'm hearing. During the instrumental parts between the different verses and choruses, I'm thinking about opportunities to drop movie drop-ins in. The song mentions Ghostbusters, E.T., Back to the Future. Well, I've got a ton of those movie drop-ins, and they are destined to be slotted in during those instrumental moments. Now we are elevating this to another level. Now we're putting our fresh creative spin and amping it up to the next level and turning it into a true radio production element. And if you're intrigued by that part of the process, well, come on, let's go splash around over in Adobe Audition. So we'll bring in the entire song that Suno AI created for us. Here it is in its robotic glory. And then I just scan through it listening for opportunities. So right here is the verse about Ghostbusters. And actually, I have a little instrumental spot ripe for a moment from Ghostbusters.
He slimed me.
It just has to fit in that time slot. So I continue scanning this song. Oh, Top Gun. I know I have a drop-in for this part. E.T. Heck yeah. So now that I've infused some 80s goodness into this, let's rewind, hit play, and take a listen.
Next Saturday night, we're sending you back to the future.
Ghosts in the mansion, staying up with Goonies too.
He slimed me.
Time travel magic, in a DeLorean we flew.
This is heavy duty, Doc.
Ferris on a day off, dancing in the street.
Bueller.
Johnny's wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax off.
Triple X 80s, your radio's alight.
Cool.
With neon marlets,
Excellent.
the 80s shine bright.
Aha.
Sky high like Top Gun, danger zone we fly.
Rock and roll.
Teenage werewolves, bright nights don't lie. Aliens in the attic, fairies on a day off. E.T. just wanted home, phone home.
E.T. phone home.
Triple X 80s, your radio's alight.
Cool.
With neon marlets,
Excellent.
the 80s shine bright.
Extreme 80s fun.
Triple X 80s, like, for sure.
Well, I never run the original unproduced version of that song on the air. That version that we just spiced up, oh, hell yeah. I cannot get that on XXX80s.com fast enough. I love that because it checks every box that XXX80s stands for. It is so dripping with 80s goodness that I actually do think it will entertain listeners enough the first or second, maybe even third time. But here's something you have to keep in mind. Well, you may fall in love with what the singing bots create for you. Always think, how is a listener going to feel the fourth or fifth time after hearing this same production element. And I do think these have a shorter shelf life because you're asking your listeners to give you, this is close to a minute. That is a lot of time to expect of someone when really all they're tuning into your station for is their favorite music. So be mindful of that. But here's the great thing. So what? Maybe I only get a month or two out of this song. I scrap it and I go back to Suno with a new idea and let the singing bots go to work and keep generating fresh, creative production elements, which in turn ups the freshness factor to your station. Another idea is to pair that long cut with a cut down version you could mix in your rotation like this.
Triple X 80s. Your radios are like cool. With me on mullets.
Excellent!
The 80s shine bright.
Extreme 80s fun.
Triple X 80s, like, for sure.
Now with some decent success under my belt, I wanted to go back to the bots and see what they can do by just focusing on creating a Ghostbusters-themed song.
Marshmallow Man is on the loose. Winston cracked the proton boost. Zettamore's got our back for sure. Bustin' Ghost forevermore.
And here I'd add a Ghostbusters drop-in.
Ectoplasm is coming fast. A pop song will never last. We came, we saw, we kicked its can. In New York we make our stand.
And what I really love about these custom imaging songs, they're just another chance for you to leave your creative fingerprint online because no other station will have this element. Which ties right back into my original mission statement. You always must be delighting listeners with fun, unexpected moments. And this, whammo bammo, it checks that box and totally delivers on that promise. Keep in mind, you're not going to end up a genius for the first try. I ran many tests, many trials. And here's another fun jingle that came out of the process.
Dancing to that 80s beat. Walking in the street. Feeling pretty in pink. Triple X 80s. Every tune feels so right. With neon bullets. The 80s shine bright.
Triple X 80s.
And if you remember early on, I mentioned I kind of got lucky with a version of the chorus that I could use as a standalone jingle. Well, I did do a little slicing and dicing to find a better concluding part of the chorus, and I added a sound effect to the top. Here it is.
Triple X 80s. Where the past is alive. With neon bullets. The 80s shine bright.
If you're still watching this video at this point, why? I mean, I would have expected you would have bailed minutes ago to, start generating your own custom imaging song. I definitely encourage you, go get your feet wet with this. And if you come up with something that makes you as equally giddy as it did me, please feel free to share. Drop a link or find a way to message me through xx80s.com. I'd love to hear your wild creations. This is really fun technology, and once again, it gives us an opportunity to do something that you don't hear on traditional broadcast radio. Personality, fun, fresh, creative ideas. We're in the driver's seat, so why not hit the gas and go crazy with this? I'm Jeff, the radio DJ dude, and I so hope your creative synapses have been fired and you can't wait to give this a try. And if you actually did get a little enjoyment out of this video, please, you'd make my day by clicking like and subscribe. It's a way to guarantee that when I pull another fresh video out of the digital oven, you will be notified. And until I do that, until our next little radio rendezvous, you keep rocking those mics all over the world.